Morning students. Pedagogy of Computer Science, Unit 4, Method of Teaching Computer Science. First of all, method of teaching computer science or real life scenario that involves case studies and a way of analyzing the current problems. And next, peer-to-peer teaching, which involves students in their own education. Own education means hands-on activities. They engage the students, lecture and teach useful scientific concepts. They find research journals with notes and other documentation, experiments from the students in your classroom. These are method of teaching computer science. First of all, this unit three levels. First level, teacher center methods. The teacher center method is lecture method, demonstration method, team teaching. First, lecture method is most of college studies of you students useful. Lecture method is teaching is the oldest teaching method applied the educational institutions. This one mark is DAS is the oldest teaching method. Then lecture method. This teaching method is a one-way channels of communications of informations. This lecture method, student involvement in the teaching method is just to listen and sometimes pen down some notes if necessary. During the lecture, combine the information and organize it. These are lecture method. There are disadvantages and disadvantages. The next demonstration method. The demonstration method is a teaching method used to communicate an idea with the aid of visuals such as the flip chart, posters, PowerPointer, audio video classes, all the demonstrations method. This demonstration is the process of teaching someone how to make or do something step by step process. This is the demonstration method. Demonstration method, the types of demonstrations. The classroom experiments. In many disciplines, there are extensive set of appropriate classroom experiments that allow the student to see concept in the actions. The classroom surveys data from the students' own lives can show the applications of the concept. For example, data analysis, stimuluses, these are the types of demonstration. Then demonstration advantages and disadvantages. Then third methods is team teaching. The team teaching involves a group of instruction working purposefully, regularly and cooperatively to help a group of students of any age learn. The teachers together set of goals for a course, design syllabus, prepare the individual lesson plans, teach students, then evaluate the result. The team teaching means one classroom, two teachers observe for the team teaching method. And team teaching abbreviation, T means together, E everyone, A achieve, M more. The team teaching. The definition of team teaching, all arguments that include two or more faculty in some level of collaborations in the planning and delivery of the courses materials to classes. The team teaching has how found in the different department ranging from school to college level. Then types of team teaching. First type means interactive team teaching, rotational team teaching, then participate. For interactive team teaching, two faculty members teach the one classroom. Then rotational team teaching, then one by one same classroom in the teaching. Participate is a only observer team teaching. These team teaching types. Then objectives, the classroom teaching, the effectively, the interest and capacity of the students, the team teaching useful. The to increase flexibility in the grouping of the students, to increase the quality of instructions. These are objectives. The procedures of team teaching, planning, organizing, evaluating. One teacher classroom teach for the syllabus, planning, then organizing, then evaluating. This is the team teaching procedure. Disadvantages and disadvantages you study well students. Next heading is learner center method. First for use for teacher center method. Teacher center method three types: lecture method, demonstration method, team teaching method. Then learner center method is students usually different methodology using for the classrooms. The learner center approach views learners as a active agents for own knowledge, post experiments, own knowledge, past experience, education and ideas. The impact new information and to learn. It differs significantly traditional instructor centered the approach, the learner center method. Commonly, learner center method used for laboratory method, project method, peer tutoring, teaching by student, individual activities, experimental learning method, teaching guided learning, problem solving method, small group or whole classes interactive learning, student seminar, group discussion, mixed ability grouping. These are the commonly used for the methods for learner center method. Then that only used for the learner center methods: self learning, programmed learning, CAI means computer assisted instruction, Keller plan, project method, ABL method, ALM method, mind map, AALM method. These are the learner center methods. The learner center method, first method is self-learning. The self-learning meaning is the independent learning, autodidact learning, self-directed learning. It is the individual task responsibilities acquiring the knowledge and skills. The importance of knowledge, self-learning. Knowledge change quickly, lifelong learning habits, problem solving and critical thinking, important career growth, boosts confidence. This all the importance of self learning. The self learning materials used for the self learning: books and e-books, online course, video and tutorials, articles and blogs, practice materials, apps and tools, real world experience. These are the self learning materials. These advantages means flexibility, then encourages, improves the self discipline. These are the advantages and disadvantages of self learning. Then next heading is programmed instruction. The programmed instruction means principles of small steps, the principles of active responding, principles of immediate feedback, principles of self phasing, principles of student testing. These are the programmed instruction. The CAI, next heading is CAI. CAI mean computer assisted instruction. This is one of the learner center method. The interactive instructional technique, these are CAI method. The CAI method useful for the text, graphics, sound, video in enhancing learning process. The types of CAI: drill and practice, tutorial, games, stimulus, discovery, problem solving. These are the types of CAI. Then next heading is Keller plan. This is also learner center method. The Keller plan is the Keller plan also called the PSI. The PSI means personalized system instruction. They introduced for the Keller 1950. This plan PSI introduced. The PSI dash is the Keller plan is dash the PSI. PSI means personalized system of instructions. 1960 used for this method, the Keller. The Keller discussedly individualized learning method was oriented improvement for the high school learning. It is based Skinner theories of operant conditioning. This Keller plan, the learner center method is useful. Go at your own pace. Learning objectives, unit perfection requirement, written materials, the social accept of the educational process. This is Keller plan. The next heading is project method. Project method definition. The project method is an educational method where students working individually and small groups analyze and develop real life problems. or present day with the present time limit, working independently. This is the task clearly defined the project method. The objectives is a achieve cognitive and affective objectives. Main focus socialized a child and develop the ability of problem solving, the main objectives. Then types of project method: constructive, artistic, problem solving, group work. These are the types of project method. Major steps of project method: creating the situation, providing a situation, choose the project, selecting the project, then planning, career out the project, executing, evaluating, recording the project report. One of the demo project is step by step processing is the project method useful. These advantages and disadvantages you study well, students. ABL method. Next heading is ABL method. This is the 1 to 5th student usefully for the ABL method, activity based learning. The activity based learning is a teaching method which students learn through hands-on activities experience. Hands-on activities, experience and real life tasks instead of the passive listening. Encourages students explore, experiment, discover, participate activity. These are the ABL method. ABL method means activity based learning. This meaning. Next, approaches of ABL method. This one of the learner center method, ABL method, learning by doing, child center approach, multisensory approach, group learning, self-based learning, experimental learning. These are the approaches of ABL method. Then activities used in ABL method: learning cards, or activities cards. The hands-on experiments, role play and drama activations, art and craft activities, group and games, puzzles, field visits, storytelling, reading activities, peer learning. These are the activities used in the ABL method classroom. Then advantages of ABL, disadvantages of ABL. The next lecture, learner center method is ALM method, active learning method. The active learning method teaching approach where students learn by actively participating. This active learning method, 6th to 8th standard child of is very useful. Actively participating in the learning process through discussion, activities, problem solving, exploration and collaboration. These are the activity learning method. Then instant of learning passively, student think, questions, analyze and interact. Then principles of active learning method: learning by doing, student encouragement, interaction and communication, constructivism, problem solving and inquiry, feedback and reflection, contextual learning. These are the principles of ALM method. The nature of ALM method: learner center, participatory, collaborative, reflecting, skill oriented, flexible, experimental. This is the nature of the active learning. Then techniques of ALM method: group discussion, think, pair, share, brainstorming, role play, drama activation, case studies, problem based learning, question and answer section, experiments of hands on activities, peer teaching, learning rotations. These are the techniques of ALM method. Then advantages and disadvantages. Then role of teacher. The learner center method, teachers use it for one of the role of teacher, resource on one of the top roles. A teacher must fill this, that you are a resource specialist. The support student are the ones who need support when learning a new skills and your new information. Teachers is mentor, helping hand, the learner. The main teaching styles: teacher centered, technology based, student centered, relaxed, flipped classroom. This is the main teaching styles. Disadvantages and disadvantages. Next heading is mind map. This of the learner center method. Purpose of mind map. The mind map is one of the creativity diagrams. The diagram's viewpoint is concept observations. Mind map is a visual diagram used to organize information around the central idea. The main purpose, the mind map, complex information, simplify complex information. They improve the understanding, the memory, to encourage creativity, to organize through clearly, to show the relationship between the ideas. The steps of create a mind map: choose the central idea, draw mind branches, add keywords, add sub branches, uses colors, symbols and images, review the connect ideas. The steps to create a mind map. The uses of mind maps are for teachers: lesson planning, explaining concept, classroom discussions, assessment tools, creating study materials. This is the use of mind map for teachers. Then use of mind maps for students: studying and revisions, note taking, brainstorming idea, organizing thoughts, improving creativity, problem solving. This uses of mind map for students. Next heading is AALM method. These are the one of the learner center method. ALM method is the advanced active learning method, means AALM method. This used for the students 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th is a active advanced. AALM method, the advanced active learning method. They improved the active learning. The students participate at the deeper level of through collaborative task, project problem solving, inquiry method, technology based learning and real life applications. This is the AALM method. The AALM method means advanced active learning method. Then to move the basic activities and focus higher order thinking. The 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th students use for higher order thinking. The student responsibility, team collaborations, real world learning, technology integrations is the AALM method. Then importance of AALM: develop higher order thinking skills, enhances the real life skills, promotes the deep understanding, increases motivation and interest, innovation, encourages for innovations, improve the communication and leadership, support the independent learning. This is the importance of AALM. The next responsibilities of AALM: participate actively, take ownership, collaborate with peers, think clearly, use resources wisely, problem solving. This is responsibilities for the AALM method. Then AAL method is responsibilities for teachers. Teachers useful for guide, no, not lecture. Create enhancing activities, provide feedback, encourage collaborations, monitor progress, use technology and resources. This is the teacher's responsibility. Then next heading is this TBLM. TBL means these are the AALM method, including TBL means team based learning. This used for student to student. This approach utilizes student to student interactions in a small team to develop critical, practical and creative teaching in their courses. The key features were permanent team, collaborative problem solving, shared responsibilities, peer evaluation, teacher as a facilitator. It is the team based learning is one of the learner center method the AALM uses. Then problem based learning, these are the learner centered method. Last method, the problem solving method, is problem based learning, BBL. The abbreviation is the most important of 1 mark, BBL. PSI is a Keller plan. The BBL means problem based learning is a student centered approach in which students learn about a subject by working in groups to solve the open ended problems. These problems what drive the motivations and the learning. What is problem based learning? Challenges students to learn through engagement in a real life problems. Stimulously develops problem solving strategies, disciplinary knowledge base and skills, place and students in the active role of problem solvers. The developing problems cases that are the likely face as a future speech of language. Then students with the opportunities to develop skills related to the project, holding the leadership, working independently, the written communication, self-awareness, group process, critical thinking, self-directed learning, applying courses content, real world examples, researching researching and information literacy, problem solving across the disciplines. Then considerations of for using problem based learning, this relevant material, students apply the knowledge, solve the problems present. The BBL is the group oriented, the benefits of set of classroom, prepare the to work in the groups. Students is generally must define the problem, explore the already know about underlining issues related to it, determine what the need to learn and where the can acquire the information and tools necessary to solve the problem. Evaluate possible way to solve the problem, report on the findings. Disadvantages, the traditional learning is the told what we need to know, memorized, problem assigned to the illustrative how you to use it, the traditional learning. That BBL learning, problem based learning, problems assigned, the identity what we need to know, learn and apply it to it the solve the problems. Disadvantages. Then the disadvantages. Lastly, raised 5 more questions and 10 more questions useful. Okay, students, thank you, students. These are the unit 4 method of teaching computer science. Thank you, students.